solid forechecker. He's fast. You know, it's 100% every second of his shift. So I expect him to fit right in with this chemistry once again.
Opening faceoff brought to you by our friends at Big Wings is down. The Tigers dump it in thanks to Jonas Wu. It gets by Pickford, and now here's a chance as Corkish tries to bring it out to center, but the Tigers are able to chop it back into Raider territory. They touch up as the Raiders get control. Here's Christensen, left side of center. He'll dump it in. Oiring goes in after it. Wu picks it out of his skates, but it comes up to the right side point, and Rudolph holds it into the front of the goal. Here's the chance. Oiring trying to dance it on goal, but just missed wide there as he was in a little too tight. Jonas Wu gets control behind his net now. He'll look out the right side, and now decides to go left. And Wu takes it over the middle of the blue line, now the red, and dumps it in. Right on to Urshulak. He's forced to make the save. He'll cover it up to stop play, and he's got his first save of the night just 45 seconds in.
First shot of the game, defensive zone draw coming up for the Raiders.
Coots versus Basha, left side. Coots wins it back, and Mans after it behind the net, but he lost it in his skates as he battles with Liam Ruck. Coots comes in to help get it loose. Sievertson couldn't hold on to it. It comes loose to Barrett. He'll send it around left side, and now Sarkinov after it on the left wall. Gets poked away from him, but Mans able to get it out to the blue line and out to center. Coots pokes it ahead. And now Riley Steen has it for the Tigers. His pass disrupted by Sievertson, and Sievertson gets control. Now Coots maybe has Sarkinov alone in front. Coots decides to fire. Switzer the save, and Weissman put his stick behind his goaltender's 5-hole to make sure that one didn't squeak through. Up on the unit after the injury to Gorzinski, so Heisey will line up on the draw up against Schaefer Gordon Carroll. Up to the left side point, man can't quite hold it in. It comes back to the red line for Barrett on the right side. He'll dump this one in. Gordon Carroll's back for it in his own zone. McKeggerty's able to hustle it off his stick into the corner for Heisey. Heisey checked down to the ice, and the puck comes loose into the slot. It's Stangram who couldn't get a handle on it. It comes out to center, and Barrett plays it along the wall. Tigers take it away, but it's bouncing around into the Raider blue line, and Barrett has control again. Barrett backs up to the right side. He'll send it up the left wall for Heisey. Heisey gets the red line, dumps it in off the wall. Switzer was looking for an icing call, but not going to get one as Harvey comes in and takes it away behind the net. And now Harvey in a battle for it. Tigers now get away from him. It's Muhanen, pardon me. Up the left side for Stangram. He'll flip this one in the air, and that one's going to get by a couple people, and it's down the ice for an icing call. Face-off coming back in the Tigers zone. We're a minute 55 in. Run back to the middle for Cripps. He'll fire. That's tipped on goal. Where is it? It's underneath Switzer. He'll get a cover and stop play, and the Tigers will get their line change right away as Ron finally it's swatted wide of the goal. Tigers get control. Here's Breeze Galoff. Out the right side, up to the top of the circle. It's now the blue line out to center. He'll send it ahead into Raider territory, and he gets dumped aside there by Connor Howe. Now Cripps, boy, as he just makes some moves I don't understand. I don't even know how to describe that one he just made, but he gets through. Bennett Kelly, though, clears this one over the glass, not a play. And that's going to be a delay of game penalty against the Raiders.
Yeah, and that's a penalty you hate to see, right?
Raiders penalty kill in this playoff so far, 77.4%. Tigers power play 24.2%, but we take a look in the series. Tigers power play operating at 25%. We'll get an early stoppage on the first draw just 2 seconds in.
Of him and Rudolph as well, so just covers it up, and we'll reset right where we were 2 seconds ago.
Oiring and Basha on the draw. Tie up on the draw, and it's still underneath the pile somewhere. Rudolph's the one who comes away with it. He'll feather it off the left wall and down the length of the ice. Switzer will stop it into the right side corner for Pickford. Oiring, Corkish, Christensen, Rudolph. That's the penalty kill for the Raiders here as the puck comes out to center and chopped ahead by Rudolph. Corkish will dump it right back in for the Tigers zone. Tigers have exactly who you'd think out there. Basha, the Ruck brothers, Wu, and Pickford as Pickford skates up to the blue line. He'll drop it back for Wu. He'll skate to the right. Wu's over the right side of the red line into Raider territory now. Knocked down as he crosses the blue line, but gets to Marcus Ruck at the left point. Now at the left wall for Wu. Wu down at the goal line. Back to left point for Marcus Ruck. He'll swap spots with Pickford. Marcus now sends it right side for Basha, a shot. That's patted away by Urshulak. Rebound was loose for a moment, but he'll cover it up quickly. Play stopped just 48 seconds into the penalty kill.
Go in, so this is a very dangerous Tigers power play. We mentioned all pregame long, so good kill so far for the Raiders, but still a minute 12 to go.
Tigers win the draw, though. Marcus Ruck has control. He'll bring it to the right side wall. Now sends it down low for Basha. Now towards the middle looking for Liam. He'll return it back to Basha. Now left side, Wu to the goal. Looking for the backdoor feed for Liam. Ruck missed wide, and it's out to center. Basha is going to return all the way to his blue line before he curls left. Now he'll bring it over the left side of the red line. A pass ahead for Wu on the left wall. He'll wrap it around behind the net and out the right side for Liam Ruck. He's checked to the wall by Mann. Oiring gets a chance at the clear but can't get it out. Pickford holds it in and plays it ahead for Liam Ruck. Back to Pickford. Now left side Marcus Ruck. Right side Liam Ruck. Left side Wu. Wu fires, glove save. Orschlak, there's a rebound. Basha gets bashed in front as he's digging around for the rebound. The Raiders will cover it up and play will stop. Still 36 seconds left to kill. Their forwards change. Raiders get control and Evan Smith looks to clear it, but it's blocked by Pickford. Pickford trying to walk his way in now. Heisey able to take it away into the corner and it's knocked off his stick. They'll battle for it now. Noah Davidson checked to the wall by Christensen. Heisey gets it loose and now Evan Smith trying to clear it. He'll find Rudolph in the middle and Rudolph wisely skates to the left wall. Now plays it off the left wall and down the length of the ice. Tigers pick it up with 13 seconds left on the man advantage. Here's Breeze Galov around the left side. Up to his blue line now the red. Drops it back for Pickford who sends it left for Wu. Wu spins his way in over the left side of the blue line. Now sends it back to the middle and Harvey knocks that one out of the air. Pickford couldn't settle it. Here's a one-timer. Stangrim's denied by Orschlak. Rebound still loose though. And Orschlak out of his crease has to close the wickets to cover it up and play is stopped. And now we got some pushing and shoving after the fact. Except for the draw against McCann. Raiders get the puck draw to the blue line, but it's held in by Väisänen. He'll send it around behind the net, and McCann has it on the right wall. Tried to go back to the right point, but it's cut off by McKegarty. He'll pass it ahead, and Harvey all of a sudden has one guy to beat, and he's looking for a trailing man instead. Harvey is going to dump it down low. Heisey blows a tire as he goes after it, but he'll meet McCann at the wall, and McKegarty's in that pile as well. Tigers get it loose. It's Väisänen bringing it out the right side. He's looking for a pass ahead. He'll send it across the ice to McCann on the left. McCann tips it into Raider territory. Barrett's after it in the corner. He'll eat a check from Newtons here as McCann comes in to get it loose. Now comes to the middle and Parr with a one-timer attempt. Hits a stick and goes high. Barrett sends it around the right side wall now. Coots trying to settle it down, finds Harvey. Harvey feathers this one up in the air down the length of the ice, but it's on edge. Will it get there for icing? No. Van Mulligan beats the icing call, and now he'll send it to the left side where it's picked up by Schaefer Gordon Carroll. Gordon Carroll going to back up in his own zone. Sent left side Muhanen, now right side for Van Mulligan. Back to Muhanen on the left. He'll send it ahead, and Gordon Carroll tips it in. Orschlak out of his net, plays it out towards the blue line. Muhanen's able to block it, but the Tigers still with possession. Here's Gordon Carroll on the right side. Kelly checks him to the wall. Coots sends it ahead, and now here comes Sievertson out to center. And now at the left side, Sarkinov might have a step. Sarkinov on the left, poke check last second as he tried to shoot, and now has it in the corner. Has some help though. Sievertson gets it back to the point. Kelly now Cripps on the right side. Cripps looking through the middle, dances around Stengrim into the corner. Now Cripps plays it down low. Coots going to shovel it back to Sarkinov who looks towards the goal. He'll fire, that's blocked by Stengrim. Now here's Kelly. Plays it into the corner, around behind the net, and Sievertson able to knock a man off the puck. He's still got control. Nice pass to get it back to the right point for Cripps now. Here's Evan Smith in the middle. Smith going to walk down the right side, fires one. That one goes just wide, and it's going to walk around the wall and all the way out to center. Bennett Kelly back at his own blue line. We're over 6 minutes in as Smith walks in down the right side. Drop back for Sarkinov, who's at the end of his shift. Back to the right point for Cripps and up the right wall for Sarkinov again. He'll send it down low. Smith on the cycle, down low. Sends it left side for Rudolph. Raiders trying to finish a change here as Boychuk has it in the middle of the blue line. He'll fire, that stop by Switzer. Smith is in the area for a screen and a tip maybe as the Tigers poke it out to center, but Liam Ruck can't get away from Christensen. He'll bring it in on the left side wall. Sent around the right side by Christensen now. Rudolph's after it, but Jonas Wu takes control, spins one towards the goal and misses wide. Here's Pickford on the right side, drive on goal, and what did that hit? It goes out of play.
Might have been crossbar.
Play stopped, and we'll head to the Smitty's Family Restaurant media timeout. We're tied at 0 here, 13-19 left to go in the first.
Opening the scoring, but Raiders, you're right, looking good 5-on-5 early.
Scoreless so far as the Raiders get this one into Tiger territory. They'll send it right back though, and here comes Basha up the right side. Basha trying to get around Oiring for a chance on goal. He'll get it backhand. Orschlak able to make the save on the sharp angle chance. Rudolph gets the rebound and sends it left side for Christensen, ahead for Korkish, who had no other option but to return it to Christensen. Sent right side for Rudolph and out to center. That one just out of the reach of Korkish, but it's down the ice on goal, and Switzer is forced to cover this one up and stop play. Here's when the draw. Wu finds Pickford. Down at the right side to center comes Liam Ruck. Liam Ruck up to the red line, hassled by Harvey, is forced to dump it in. Tigers going for a quick change here as Heisey helps get control in the right side corner, sends it ahead. Harvey couldn't get this one out to center. He'll back up with it, take a hit, plays it off the wall, and Cousins gets control for the Tigers to hold it in. Sent down low behind the Raider goal. Here's Mattress Man. Swings it around left side. McKegarty tips it into the middle for Heisey. He'll skate out the left side ahead for Harvey, who skates in on the right. Harvey and had Heisey alone in front, and that's offside. Play stopped. That one was close there. I'd like to take a look at the replay. I don't know if I thought that was offside at first glance.
Would have been a really good scoring chance for Max Heisey.
Coots wins the offside draw away from McCann. Now Barrett skating into the middle of the ice, and he'll dump it in on a backhand towards the left corner. Picked up by Väisänen of the Tigers. He'll send it off the left wall for Parr. He'll poke it into the middle, and the Tigers have it out to center. Maybe a 2-on-1 forming. No. Coots with a great back check, but wait, there's a third man. It's Parr. He's the trailer, and he's poke checked away. into the corner. McCann has control. McCann knocked off the puck there by Mann. Now they'll battle for it left side of Orshilak. Barrett's trying to get this one away from Parr, but Parr settles it down. He'll try and get it back to the right point. He finds Riley Steen. Steen towards the goal. That's stopped by Orshilak, and play is stopped. Great battle in front between McCann and Mann. And they're pushing and shoving here, and Parr comes in to have a late shot there at Mann. Little huddle before getting set for the draw. 11:46 left to go in the first. Tigers have the draw. It's over to the right side for Van Mulligan. His shot blocked. Bennett Kelly will sweep it to the right side wall. Boychuk plays it out to center. Evan Smith and Connor Howe are in chase, but the Tigers get control at their blue line. Here's Schaefer Gordon Carroll on the right side. Played ahead to the Raider blue. Cripps trying to take it away, but the Tigers lost their handle on it. Bennett Kelly gets it on the right wall, and he'll skate out to center with it. He'll dump it in from the right side. Tigers trying to get a handle on it here, but Boychuk settles it down. Now Connor Howe has a chance in the backhand in front. Bennett Kelly one-timer, and that one sent just wide after it was a bobbling puck. Great work by Connor Howe to get it back to him, and now sent up the left side point here. Kelly on the right. Kelly fires towards the goal. That stopped through traffic along the ice, and it comes right back to Bennett Kelly. He had no choice but to sweep it to the right side wall, poked by him, and Connor Howe is in retreat at the red line. He'll settle it down and send it left side for Cripps. Cripps ahead for Evan Smith, who tips it into Tiger territory and needs a change. Tigers have control. Here's Wu behind his net, skating left. He'll send it ahead from Yuhanen and right back to Wu. Wu on the left side, now going to curl back. Jonas Wu up the left side to center for Basha. Basha plays it ahead up to the Raider blue line. Rudolph trying to chop it away from Liam Ruck. Comes loose to Korkish, now Christensen. Out the left side to center. Christensen gains the red line, backhanded high into the air. In fact, a little too high in the air. It's over the glass, not a play. Play stopped, and that faceoff might be coming back into the Raider side.
Well, at the blue line, but good shift from Connor Howe in that fourth line to cycle that puck around a bit.
Faceoff is at center here. Oiring's on the draw versus Basha. Basha wins it back for Wu. All five big guns on the ice for the Tigers here as Raiders get control behind their net thanks to Orshilak. Orshilak wraps it around the right side. Doobie couldn't settle it down. It gets by everybody and down the ice, so icing waved off as Pickford goes back for it. He's got Korkish in chase. Korkish trying to swat it off the stick of Pickford and staying with him. Puck sent out to center. Rudolph able to settle it in his own zone. No, he fanned on it, but he stays with it into the right side corner. Now plays it ahead for Korkish. Korkish out the right side to center, finds Oiring. Oiring's got space to skate down the right side. He'll drop it for Doobie on the right wall. Doobie back for Rudolph, a one-timer. Oh, that was a great save by Switzer as Rudolph got all of that one. Ear-seeking missile. Instead, it's in the glove, and Switzer will make the save.
A shot coming in from Rudolph.
Heisey on the draw now, up against Davidson. Left side of Switzer, and it went off Heisey's skate out to center, so Rudolph has to retreat to his blue line. He'll send a pass for Harvey, who tips it in from the left. Switzer out of his net, plays it around behind the net. McKeggerty's going to steal it on the right wall and drive below the goal line again. Knocked off his stick, but Davidson's quickly checked away from the puck by Harvey. Tigers take control. Weissman with a pass that's off the mark out to center. Christensen with a stick lift, regains it at center and dumps it in. Now Switzer behind his net, plays it to Weissman again. Weissman up the left side for Brice Galov. Into the middle of the ice, and here comes Cousins. Cousins up to the Raider blue line, chips it off the left wall for Davidson. Now Cousins working after it in the corner again. He's checked off the puck. Davidson gets it back to the left point from Yuhanen, a shot. That one whistles wide out to the right point. Van Mulligan a shot. That's blocked by a Raiders stick, and Cousins gets control at the right side blue line. Sent to the front of the goal, and Davidson had his stick lifted by Mann. Otherwise, he had a good tip chance. And here comes Barrett out to center. Less than 10 minutes, to go in this first period. Here's Harvey, brings it down the right side. Harvey in front, and looking to tip that one off one of his teammates. McKeggerty driving the goal. Instead, it goes wide and back into Raider territory. Here's Matches Mann, stops up behind his net, up the left side for Coots now. Coots try to pass, fanned on it, and then blew up Cam Parr with a reverse hit, and Coots sends it away. Up the right side, Sievertson spins off a check out to center. Played ahead for Sarkinov now. Sarkinov tries to move his way in down the right side, but lost his footing for a moment, stays on his feet, and Coots gets control. Coots going around behind the net looking for a centering feed. Back to left point, it's Kelly. Right side, Cripps. Cripps waits, fires, Switzer the save. Looked like he didn't know where that one was going. Play stopped, and Parr is giving Sievertson an absolute mugging on the ice for no reason. Got to the chops on the ice. Smith lines up for the draw now. Up against Schaefer Gordon Carroll, left side of Switzer.
Guess he had to take it out on someone after taking that reverse hit from Coots.
Big hit by Coots in the defensive zone as Boychuk tried to play it back to the right side wall for Cripps, but didn't have enough gas on it. The Tigers get control instead, and it comes into Raider territory. Bennett Kelly with a golf swing gets it out to center, but the Tigers able to dump it right back in. Boychuk settles it in his own zone and finds Bennett Kelly on the left wall again. Kelly off the left side ahead for Howe, who tips this one in. Now Evan Smith's after it on the left side. He'll take a hit as he gets it loose for Howe. Puck loose, now Tigers take it away. And out the right side to center comes Cunningham. Smith's all over him trying to get that puck off his stick, and now Bennett Kelly takes it away. Kelly finds Boychuk walking in on the right side. Boychuk drags, and he couldn't fire. Fanned on it. Tigers take control, and Pickford sends it ahead out to center, but wait, his pass taken away by Bennett Kelly. It bounced around center, and Basha's in for the Tigers. He's knocked down. Bennett Kelly gets it loose. Out the right side to center for Howe. He'll dump this one in, and the Raiders looking to finish a change here as Weissman goes back for it. Weissman stops behind his net, chased out the right side by Oiring. Here comes Basha out the right side to center now. He'll gain the red line through the middle, now through the middle of the Raider blue. Right side, Liam Ruck, a shot misses wide. Comes to the left point for Riley Steen. He'll put it towards the goal, misses wide. Rudolph and Basha are already tied up as they're looking for the rebound. And play stopped. Rudolph's going to get called for the hook grabs. He was tied up with Basha, and Basha went down. Raiders are heading to their second. Westview steering to break penalty kill. Ruck gets control off the draw, middle of the blue line. Now right side, Pickford a shot. That one whistles wide. Rebound man clears it to the line, not out. Marcus Ruck holds it in on the left. Swap spots with Pickford. In the middle, it'll fire. Pickford sent it off a stick and high. Wu gets the rebound, sends it to the right side for Basha. Basha gets away from Harvey. No, he didn't. Basha thought Harvey overskated him, but stayed with him, and now Harvey passed ahead for Heisey. Heisey almost brought it in. Now here's Harvey. He'll send it down low into the Tigers zone for Heisey. Heisey trying to kill some time in the offensive zone. He's pinned to the wall by Marcus Ruck. Heisey trying to kill some more time here. He's surrounded by 3 Tigers, and they do work it free, but long enough that Harvey's able to go to the box for a change, and Oiring comes on. Tigers bringing it offside. Play stopped, and a good first 42 seconds of this penalty kill for the Raiders.
Yeah, that's such a smart play by Heisey to keep that puck pinned along that end wall as long as possible, and even better work from Harvey to strip that puck away from the 20-year-old Basha. And that forechecking of the Raiders allows that valuable time to tick off. And once again, we see Pickford and Wu stay on the ice. The top unit goes off, replaced by Brizgalov, Davidson, and Stengrim.
Raiders win the draw, though, as Oiring and Smith were on. Oiring with the face-off win and a quick clear by the Raiders. And now here's Pickford behind his net. Sends it ahead. Here's Wu over center ice. Still scoreless here. 6:25 left to go in the first. Brizgalov gets it at the left point. Now right side for Davidson. Davidson up the right wall for Stengrim as the Tigers get their power play settled. Pickford on the right side couldn't handle that pass, and now Stengrim has to send it down low. Davidson checked to the wall by Kelly. And now 3 Raiders all below the goal line. 3 Tigers down there as well. Trying to battle this one loose. Stengrim gets it loose to the right point for Pickford. Pickford walks in right side. Fired. That's blockered away by Orschlak. Rebound. Brizgalov gets a shot away. Now Wu settles it down, sends it off the side of the goal. And Bennett Kelly's after it in the corner, but no, the Tigers able to knock it away from him. Stengrim plays it to an open wing. Oiring's in a foot race with Brizgalov. Oiring wins it, but Brizgalov with a good stick holds it in. Now here's Pickford in the middle. Pickford fires. It's blocked by Bennett Kelly. Here's Stengrim on the right side wall. Stengrim skating to the middle now. Circling the zone. Left side for Wu. Wu back towards the blue line, still 15 seconds on this power play to work with. Wu tries to fire. Oiring blocks that one out to center, and the Tigers will go back for it. Pickford at the red line, now his own blue. 5 seconds left in the penalty to Rudolph. Here's Davidson at the left side of center. He'll dump it in. Bennett Kelly gets control on the left wall. He'll take a check from Newtons and sends it behind his net for Barrett. Rudolph's out of the box, and he's got it at center. He'll tip this one in as the Raiders look to finish a change. Here's Steen behind his net now. Raiders 2 for 2 on the Westview steering and break penalty kill. Steen knocked off the puck. Sarkinov took it away for a moment, but couldn't bring it into the zone clean. Now the Raiders have it back again. Here's Severson through the middle, right side for Sarkinov. Tries to cut to the middle, stays with it, plays it down low, and the Tigers take it away. Here's McCann out to center. Up the right side for Newtons. Newton's going to dump this one in, and Christensen will pick it up behind his net. He'll send it to the right side, but McCann's able to cut it off. Now Mann's in there battling for it. And it comes loose behind the net. Christensen has it on the left side now. He'll play it off the wall and out to center. Bounced off the stick of Steen and into the Tigers zone. Weissman plays it out to center and it's taken away by Sarkinov now. Sarkinov with a steam down the right side. He'll fire. That one is through the legs of one of the Tigers' defense. Play stopped, and now pushing and shoving in front of the Raider bench here. And these are a couple of last names that don't surprise you. Christensen and Parr getting after it with him, as well as Rudolph and Cripps. Rudolph has control off the draw. He's going to walk in on the left side. Backhand on goal. Save, rebound. Scores! Daxon Rudolph does it himself off the draw, walks in, backhand rebound, and he scores, and the Raiders have the game's first lead just 6 seconds in to 4-on-4.
That's a great job by Oiring to win that faceoff, and by committee goes to the blue line for Rudolph, and it's a backhand shot that Switzer can't handle cleanly, and that rebound is right there for Rudolph to just clean up himself. Out-muscles Jonas Wu with the stick battle in front. And Daxon Rudolph opens the scoring. Game 3, 4:27 to go.
Jackson Rudolph with a big goal. It is his 6th of the playoffs. Raiders have a 1-0 lead, and we're still playing 4-on-4 for a minute 47. But here comes Jonas Wu over center. And through the middle of the Raider blue line before he cuts down to the left side wall. Now drops it back for Pickford. Pickford fires a shot. Oiring just stands right in front of that. The rebound comes to Liam Ruck, and he'll play it up the wall. The Raiders have control, and here comes Doobie out the right side with speed. Doobie 2-on-2 with Cripps as he walks in. Doobie going to go around behind the net. Wraparound attempt. That's stopped by Switzer, who looked like he was cheating towards that close side there, expecting Doobie to cut in front. And now here come the Tigers. Marcus Ruck going to drop it for brother Liam on the left. Liam Ruck to the left side corner. Back to the blue line. It's Väisänen now. Väisänen skating to the right side wall. He's stopped up on the blue wall there by Barrett. Now Liam Ruck has control, but Cripps knocks him off the puck. There's a battle for it. Cripps gets knocked down by Liam Ruck. The Tigers faithful are wanting a penalty, but if anything, there should have been a penalty against the Tigers. Now it's sent to the blue line. Cripps pokes it away, and he'll find Heisey escaping out to center. Heisey's 1-on-2, but he's got some speed down the right side. Stops up on the right side hash marks. Heisey now tries to dump it in on the right wall, but fanned on it. Tigers chop it out to center. Still 4-on-4 for 48 seconds here as Mann drops it on the right side wall for Barrett, and up the right side for McKegarty now. McKegarty's over the right side of the blue line. He's down in the hash marks and into the corner. He's got Coots on the ice with him as McKegarty drives behind the net. Back to left point for Barrett now. Barrett tries to make a move around Davidson, but the puck comes loose to Coots now. Coots holds the blue line, fires. It's tipped by McKegarty just wide, and McKegarty gets his rebound behind the net. McKegarty back to the blue line for Mann. Mann backing up to the right side, plays it back to Bennett Kelly now. Bennett Kelly trying to work down the right side wall around Basha. Basha takes it away, and the Tigers send it ahead out to center. Noah Davidson up the left side. He's got Basha climbing in with him. Here is he tries to feed it to Basha in the middle. Instead, it goes behind the Raider goal, and Coots has control. Still 9 seconds of 4-on-4 as Coots sends it ahead for McKegarty on the right side of center. McKegarty over the blue line. Now down into the attacking zone, into the corner. Pickford takes him away from the puck. Davidson gets control. We're back to 5-on-5. Christensen skates to the bench. Here comes Davidson up the left side for the Tigers. He'll dump this one in around behind Orszalak. Now on the left side wall, Boychuk fanned on it, but it comes to Evan Smith instead. He'll play it ahead. Rudolph, who lost his handle on it. The Tigers get control as Newtons dumps it back in. Here's Bennett Kelly behind his net. Has Cam Parr closing in on him. He'll send it behind his net, right side for Rudolph. Rudolph off the right wall. Howe poked it to the middle, but it comes to Wu. Wu's trying to walk his way in, but Howe on a good back check lifts his sticks and takes it away. And now Riley Boychuk's 1-on-1 out to center against Muhanen. Boychuk down the right side. He'll feather it into the corner. Howe's in after it against McCann. McCann puts a shoulder into Howe, and Howe fights him right back. They'll battle for it behind the net. Evan Smith out front for Boychuk, and missed just wide. It comes to the left point for Rudolph now. Rudolph sends one wide of the goal. It bounces out front. It comes to Stangram, who's checked off the puck by Christensen. Boychuk gets it back to the point for Connor Howe now. Howe fires through traffic, tipped, and it's off the bar now. Evan Smith with a great tip. He's got the rebound, and he'll send it back to the point for Mann. Raiders are running wild. Here's Boychuk in the middle. Boychuk waits, drags, fires. Switzer the save. There is no rebound at the end of the play. Switzer gets knocked over. A minute 30 left to go in the first. The Raiders have a 1-0 lead, and the last 4 shots on goal.
And Daxton Rudolph has given them a 1-0 lead as a result. Minute 30 to go. It sure would be nice for another good offensive zone shift here and maybe another goal before the end of the period.
That whole play started from Connor Howe turning the puck over to Jonas Wu in the offensive zone, and then right back after it with a stick lift on Wu from behind, then brought down the length of the ice. Tigers get it into Raider territory off the draw. Oiring played it up the wall. Stangram trying to get a handle on it, but Mann checks him away from the puck. Loose in the corner. Oiring gets it to Barrett behind the net. He'll play it to an open left wing, and Doobie has to come back from center for it. He'll wrap it around behind his net, and Barrett has it up the right side wall. Barrett out to center, finds Korkish, who kicks it into the Tigers zone. Tigers chop it right back into Raider territory. Last minute of play brought to you by our friends at Mr. Mike's as Barrett gets control and sends it right side for Doobie. Doobie now through the middle of his blue line. Now the red and into Tiger territory. He'll drag through the middle, and that's a glove save by Switzer, just barely. Now out front, Korkish sent it ahead for Oiring, who just sent it wide, and the Tigers look to bring it out to center. Van Mulligan a pass ahead. Christensen got a piece of it, so it's no icing as he and Basha go to work against each other. Big hit from Christensen sends Basha to the ice, and they'll battle for it in the corner. Now Marcus Ruck has it behind the net. He'll walk out front, tries a short side shot. That's stopped by Orszalak along the ice. Now Van Mulligan gets it loose for Marcus Ruck again. Now here's Liam Ruck trying to go to the front of the goal. Didn't have a lane. He'll send it left wall for Muhanen. A shot blocked into the air over the glass. Now to play by Orszalak. 18.8 left on the clock, and a fade draw. Rudolph gets control left side. Christensen plays it ahead. He'll run into McKegarty, who wasn't sure if he was supposed to take that puck or skate out to center. Puck comes loose to Heisey though, and Heisey has 8 seconds to work with as he crosses center and dumps it in. Harvey on the right side, 5 seconds left as he gets to get by him. Tigers try to play it out to center. Rudolph holds it at the point, fires a shot, and McKegarty was in front for a screen and a tip. Instead, the Tigers take it away. Play stopped as McKegarty and Pickford are jawing at each other at the end of this one. wings, but it's played with the Tiger blue line, and now they have it. It's Bickford, left side for Wu, right side Pickford. In his own zone, skating up to the left side of the blue line, sends one ahead, tipped in off a stick. It comes to Rudolph in his own zone. He'll play it off the right side glass and ahead to the blue line. Oiring, nice pass to get it to Doobie, maybe a 2-on-1 forming. Doobie has Korkish with him. Doobie sends one just wide of the goal. Comes to left point, and Christensen holds it in with a backhand. Now here's Oiring on the left wall. Room to skate, he'll fire that stop. Rebound, Korkish has a jam at it, but Switzer is able to get across and cover that one up. Doobie battling for position in front. Play is stopped. And we'll have a face-off in the Tigers zone just 34 seconds into this second period.
That's a good shift to start from the Raiders' top line. Braden Doobie with the original rush. The only choice he had was to shoot the puck and puts it just wide, but Christensen keeps it in for Oiring. He shoots, and stopped by Switzer. Korkish looking for that rebound, so certainly keeping up with this top line for Prince Albert and trying to find that 2-0 goal. Unfortunately, Switzer hangs on.
Coots on the ice now up against the Basha unit. Right side of Switzer as we get set for the draw. And the Tigers get control. Here's Weissman around behind the net out the left side for Marcus Ruck. Marcus Ruck over the left side of center. He'll dump it in as he gets the red line. Christensen's after it in his own zone. Left side corner, chipped to the wall for Rudolph. Ahead for Sarkinov, who takes a bump, tries to play it ahead, but the Tigers hold it in. Basha in the corner against Rudolph. Rudolph gets it loose. Christensen around the right side. Sievertson takes a check by Weissman that knocks him down. Puck loose. Here's Riley Steen, a drive. That one's patted away by Orszalak. Now on the left side wall, Coots makes a hit to help get it loose for Rudolph. He'll play it out to center. Pardon me, that was Sarkinov on the hit. Tigers have control in their own zone. Now here's Weissman. Pass ahead and gets through a couple skates and into the Raiders zone. Here's Liam Ruck down the right side. Ruck stops up just as he gets to the face-off circle. Now Coots takes it away. Played to the middle for Christensen. Right side for Sarkinov. He's over center and he'll dump it in. Switzer's after it behind his net. He'll send it to the right side for Van Mulligan. Left side for Muhanen. Muhanen out to center. Barrett's able to cut that one off at the red line and dump it right back in. Raiders looking to finish a change here as the Tigers bring it out. But wait, Heisey takes it away from Breeze Galov and tries a shot. That's blocked, and Heisey still has it on the right wall. He'll send it around behind the net. McKeggerty's after it on the left side. Cousins takes a hit as he plays it ahead. Van Mulligan, his pass out of the reach of Davidson. Barrett's after it, and that'll get to the line just as Barrett gets there, so no icing as Harvey chips it out to center. His pass taken away by Van Mulligan, who dumps it in. Raiders have control in their own zone. Barrett goes around behind his net for some time and space. He'll send it up the right side wall, and Heisey has control out to center now. 3-on-3 as Heisey brings it down the right side. Tries to drag and fire, but fanned on it. Harvey has the loose puck now towards the slot. Looking for McKeggerty. It got by him, and the Tigers are out to center. Up the right side comes Cunningham. He'll feather this one into the Raiders zone. Bennett Kelly's after it behind his net. He'll sweep it to the left side, but Cunningham takes it away. Now finds Schaefer Gordon Carroll. Back to the left side line for Jonas Wu. Wu on the left side point, trying to get away from Harvey. He'll send this one a backhand that had some gas to it, but it's blocked. And now Smith tries to play it off the right wall. Held in by Wu. He'll send it right side for Stengram. Stengram back for Pickford, a one-timer. Too many bodies in front. Cunningham gets the rebound on the left side. Back to Jonas Wu on the left. Wu fires. That's blocked by traffic. And McKeggerty trying to sweep it off the left wall. Can't out to center. There's a battle for it. Two Tigers took each other down. One was Pickford. He stands up with a puck on his stick. And now they'll battle for it in the corner. And it's sent up the left side. McKeggerty's going to take a hit, but he gets it away from Wu. And now it comes over right side. Bennett Kelly trying to chop it out. Tigers hemming the Raiders in their own zone here, despite not getting a chance on. Here's McCann now as the Tigers try to finish a change. He'll go around behind his net, or the Raiders net. Puck comes loose into the corner. Evan Smith with a check, can't get it loose. Here's McCann now. He'll fire, block it away by Orszalak. Rebound, he stops that too. Man plays it off the left side wall. It gets by Weissman and out to the Tiger blue line. Raiders trying to get a change here, but the defense stuck on here. And it's sent down the length of the ice. And does this one got the icing? No, it was tipped along the way. Bennett Kelly plays it around right side. Oiring's fresh. It gets up to the Tiger blue line, and they'll battle for it. Here's Basha, holds on to it, but the Raiders get it out. Here's a chance up the left side. Doobie now trying to drive around Weissman towards the goal, and Doobie lost his handle on it. He'll pick it up below the goal line. Now Korkish, he lost his handle too. Basha takes it out to center for the Tigers now. Basha over the left side of center, sends it right side for Liam Ruck entering the zone. Liam Ruck at the hash marks, leaves it for Basha now. Basha back to the left side blue line. Here's Muhanen with it. He'll fire from distance. That's blocked by Rudolph. He'll sweep it to the right side wall. Doobie ahead for Korkish, and the Raiders are out to center. Korkish over the right side, drops it for Doobie now. Doobie on the right side wall, going to go around behind the net. His pass to Korkish in the middle is disrupted. Christensen with a one-timer though. That's blocked away by Switzer over the glass and out of play. And we are 4 minutes and 3 seconds into this period. A great chance moments ago by Braden Doobie trying to center it for Korkish.
Long line change in the second period. He couldn't get off. Luckily for him, Raiders able to get possession and get it deep so they can complete that line change. And that top unit, Christensen and Rudolph, will stay on the ice for this draw.
Yeah, this second period is where those line matchups are going to become all the more important here as the Raiders win the offensive zone draw. Sievertson from distance had his shot redirected, but stopped by Switzer. Tigers get control. Here's Muhanen into the left side corner now. He'll send this one ahead. Glove down by Rudolph at the right point. Now ahead for Sarkinov driving down the right side. Sarkinov into the corner. Now has Sievertson. Sievertson to the goal on a backhand. It's loose. Coots jamming away. He'll send it to the side of the goal, and finally Switzer's able to cover it up and stop play here. Sievertson tried to use Sarkinov to get Switzer to pop off the post. Sievertson was denied on the backhand in tight. Raiders still with the lead. Gordon Carroll. And delay on the puck drop here. Now it's down. Still a tie up here as Schaefer Gordon Carroll goes for a ride, but the Tigers get control. Woo up the left side fights Stengram. He'll walk up to the red line and dump it in. Christensen's after it in his own zone. Lost his handle on it, but Boychuk's there in support. Tigers take it away. Sharp angle shot from Stengram is stopped by Orszalak over the glass net of play.
Sarkinov, they've had a lot of good chances tonight. Sarkinov, a couple of shots that have been blocked in that first period. And Coots with that speed as well, most notably on the back check in the first, breaking up a 2-on-1. So that line has got a lot of energy going in game 3.
4:45 gone in this second period. Here, Tigers a chance in front. Is Marcus Ruck got a chance out in front, point blank from brother Liam, but had to extend the stick out too long and could not get it on goal as the Raiders defense are able to close in enough and take that shot away.
Front, but we'll get another defensive zone draw here in the Prince Albert zone.
Now battle for the face-off right side of Orszalak. Tigers get it below the goal line now. Liam Ruck with control. And his pass taken away by McKegarty. He'll pass to the middle. It's off the mark for Harvey. He has to chase it out to center. He'll force Liam Ruck back into his own zone as Wu gets control now. Wu's pass taken away by Barrett, who's got room to skate up the right side. Barrett trying to get around Pickford now. Fires, blocked away by Switzer. McKegarty has the loose puck on the left side now. He'll dump it in from the point, and it gets loose to Harvey in the corner. Harvey trying to get away from Basha now. Harvey has Basha all over him as he goes back and forth with it. Basha trying to take that puck away and does get control behind the goal, but Harvey's still with him here. Harvey's all over him, and finally Basha has to play it into open space where Pickford can pick it up on the right side. His pass out to center, disrupted by the Raiders at the blue line. McKegarty gets control, and McKegarty's pass up the right side is poked into Tiger territory. Pickford sends it ahead, and the Tigers have control, but wait, a back check from Harvey. Lost his stick as he tried to chop it away from Marcus Ruck. It comes to Liam now. Liam waiting on the right side of the Raider blue line, dumps it in. Barrett's after it behind his net now, skating left, and Man just blows that one away from him and sends it to McKegarty, who chops it down the length of the ice. Riley Steen's after it, and Switzer played it away and caught a stick there as he went by. Play stopped.
He's out
and
of his crease,
McCann and Boychuk are battling each other. McCann and Boychuk, best friends in the offseason, both Cochrane natives, and the two staying on the ice at the end of warm-ups trying to get their last touch on the ice. Switzer came out of his crease to play that puck. Boychuk had his stick in the air as he was trying to go around behind the net, and that caught Switzer and knocked his mask off. Also for the Raiders, brought to you by our friends at Fresh Air Experience. Tigers get the draw. It's Newton's out the right side to center. His pass ahead is disrupted by Kelly at the red line. Tigers get it back though. It's played right into Connor Howe, and he'll enter on the attack up the right side into the middle for Evan Smith. Down to the goal. It's on. Switzer's battling for it, and Boychuk's denied out front. Howe a chance. That's blocked too. Here's Parr now on the left side. Flipped high into the air out to center. Bennett Kelly's just going to bat it ahead to the Tiger blue line. Chopped off the stick of Boychuk, and no, it is going to be touched by the Raiders first here. Hand pass the call. I think that's the right call. And McCann and Boychuk are getting into it. McCann really not happy with one of his best friends here. Neither is Connor Howe or Yaroslav Brizgalov. Either way, we'll head to the Smitty's Family Restaurant media timeout and be back in just a moment's time. Raiders still with a 1-0 lead.
Box 2 for slashing, and right how the Raiders open the scoring, we're right back to 4-on-4.
Difference is it's a face-off at center here. Moiring's on with Doobie, Rudolph, and Christensen. Rudolph has the lone goal in this game. Tigers have control off the draw at center. Here's Jonas Wu with speed down the left side. He'll leave it on the left wall for Noah Davidson. Davidson trying to walk the blue line. That one came out, and he will back out to the center. Davidson with it still. Drops it back to his blue line for Pickford. Pickford gonna skate left. Now sends it right for Wu. Jonas Wu now over the right side of the Raider blue line, trying to get around Rudolph, who won't let him. Dumped out low. Christensen has it. He'll leave it in the corner for Rudolph. His pass taken away. Here's Pickford, a chance. Off the post, rebound. That stopped as well. Now here's Rudolph in the right side corner ahead for Doobie. Doobie, nice pass to get it to Oiring now. He'll drop it back, but Raiders with a couple passes here that just seem uncharacteristic. Wu takes it away, and he's in on the left side. Jonas Wu now sends it to the goal. It misses wide. Schaefer Gordon Carroll has it on the right side now. Pickford's in front looking for the one-timer. It's not going to come to him. Rudolph will play it off the glass, but it's blocked by Cousins now. Cousins sends it ahead to left side for Väisänen walking his way in. Väisänen trying to get to the middle of the ice. He does! Väisänen on a backhand. He stopped as he tried to go a 5-hole on Orszalak. Now the loose puck comes to Cousins. Cousins behind the net trying to center it. It's taken away. And here comes Braden Coots up the right side now. Coots gets to center ahead for Doobie. Doobie trying to work his way in. He's knocked off the puck, and the Tigers have control. Basha behind his net, sends it right side for Van Mulligan. Coots on the forecheck. Basha has it behind his net. He's chased out by Coots. Here comes Basha now. Out the right side to center, gains the red line through the middle of the Raider blue, cutting to the left side wall. Basha finds Van Mulligan on the right side. His shot blocked by Sarkinov, and two Tigers take each other out here. Here comes Coots out to center, trying to feed it into the middle for Barrett. It goes onto the goal, and Switzer will cover it up and stop play here. A scrambly play in the Raiders zone for a moment there. Draw for Barrett. He'll play it right back to Heisey on the right wall. Heisey trying to get away from Wu. Wu's strong on him, and Heisey spins away from him for a moment, but Wu takes it away at the blue line, and Wu has control. He'll drop it back for Marcus Ruck. Now Pickford. Pickford going to drop back behind his net. Both Rucks, Pickford and Wu on the ice for the Tigers. Heisey, McKegarty, Barrett, and Mann out for the Raiders. Still 4-on-4 for one more second. McCann and Smith are back on the ice as Wu enters the Raiders zone and gives it to Marcus Ruck. Now here's Pickford from the left. He'll fire. That one goes wide of the goal. Right side, Marcus Ruck sends it down low, looking for brother Liam, but it gets by him, and McKegarty has it for a moment. Jamming it up the left wall. Heisey plays it out to center. Pickford got a glove on it, so he has to play it. He'll drop it back to his blue line. Bison now up the left side for Basha. Basha trying to find his way in through the middle of the Raider blue line. He'll fire from distance, blocked away by Orschlak. Rebound swatted to the slot. Liam Ruck gets a shot that's blocked wide, and Basha has the rebound in the corner. Back towards the left side, now to the middle for Liam Ruck. He didn't have a chance in the backhand. He'll curl to the left wall, leaves it left side for Basha. Basha trying to work his way into the middle. He had it knocked off his stick to Liam Ruck. Backhand on goal, that's stopped by Orschlak. Rebound picked up by Harvey. Now McKegarty out the left side to center. McKegarty plays it ahead. Harvey able to knock it into the zone. He'll battle with Steen below the goal line, but Steen takes control and plays it to the right side wall. Steen out the right side to center for Liam Ruck. He'll dump it in. Cripps is after it behind his net. He'll swat it left side for Bennett Kelly. Time, space, and a pass up the left wall for Korkish. Korkish is over center and into the Tigers zone. He'll fire from distance. That's blocked away by Switzer. Good shot there by Korkish on the rush. Tigers have control out to center. Here's Schaefer Gordon Carroll over the right side. And he'll dump it into the Raiders zone. Cripps after it against Gordon Carroll. And it's picked away by Cripps. Now Kelly has control. He'll send it on the right wall. Doobie now left side. Oiring 2-on-1 with Korkish. Oiring down the left side has Korkish going to the goal. And Oiring with a shot that gets just directed wide. Doobie gets the rebound with some help from Oiring. Now Gordon Carroll trying to play it away, but it's blocked by Oiring into the corner. Doobie finds Oiring. Oiring's going to go below the goal line and around behind the net. Sent to the left side, point for Cripps now. Cripps faked going to the right side for Kelly. Now drives down the left wall. Cripps leaves it on the left side for Korkish. Korkish back to the blue line now. Right side, Bennett Kelly. Bennett Kelly now drops it to the right side for Oiring. Oiring from distance is stopped. The Tigers get control, and Stengram is going to send it down the ice. Orschlak almost looked like they were trying to catch him not paying attention, but he makes that save easily. Cripps plays it out to center again, and now Doobie going to drop it back to his own blue line for Bennett Kelly. Kelly gains the red line and dumps it in from the right side of center. Evan Smith's after it against Brees Galov. Brees Galov gets it loose and sends it to the left wall. Ahead now for Noah Davidson. His pass comes to Brees Galov in the middle. Now right side for Wu. Wu towards the goal. That's blocked along the way by Smith. Tigers trying to get it loose is Cousins. Now Rudolph takes it away. Rudolph's going to back up, plays it off the right side wall. Smith trying to chop it out to center, and it's offside as Cousins played it in from the blue line.
Al Smith and Boychuk have been out here for a few seconds now.
Smith on the draw versus McCann. These two took each other to the box moments ago. Off the draw, Tigers dump it in. Christensen's after it behind his net. He'll send it around right side for Rudolph. Rudolph avoids the check from Newton, so Smith picks it up. Up the right side, Boychuk couldn't get a handle on it. Now here's Parr. Nice play there by Howe to get the stick lift on him, but the play is held in by Weissenen. He'll fire that pinball's off a shin pad wide. Christensen plays it behind his net. Rudolph now Smith, and Smith sends it right side for Boychuk. Pace of this game seems to be picking up even more somehow as it comes out to the blue line. Howe's poke check. Tigers dump it back in, but McCann played it offside. Play stopped, and again, face-off coming outside the Raiders zone with 8:40 left to go in the second.
Many ice, and that's a huge matchup for him as a guy that is kind of put in that shutdown role in the depth lines as this puck goes out of play. But
Tigers win the draw outside the Raiders blue line once again. Here's Barrett in the left side corner, ahead for Sarkinov. Sarkinov tries to chip it out, but it's blocked by Marcus Ruck. Now Matches Mann gets it loose, and the Raiders forget it out to center. Mann to the left side of center, dumps it in. Switzer behind his net, plays it around left side. Sievertson has it in his skates, and he had it knocked away. Marcus Ruck gets control. He'll play it over to the opposite wing, and Matches Mann will dump it back in for the Raiders. Raiders are offside as Sarkinov stepped over the line a half second early. Now he's back in on the attack as Pickford sits behind his net. Pickford skates out the left side, pass hard down the length of the ice, looking for a tip from Marcus Ruck, and he didn't get one. It'll be an icing call.
Guys out there as dangerous offensively as they are, but that certainly limits the other ice time from some of those depth lines for the Tigers.
Heisey wins the draw back. Krips going to drive down the right side. Might have a lane to the goal here. He's going to go around and behind in front for Heisey, who sends it just wide. Not sure if Switzer got a piece of it. Now Marcus Ruck plays it low. Basha in behind his goal. He'll send it to the front. Liam Ruck takes it now. He'll find brother Marcus on the left side, who chops it out to center. Bennett Kelly gets it back at his own zone. He'll send it up the left side to center for McKegarty. McKegarty chips it away from Pickford, but the Tigers get control. Stangram lost his handle on it. Harvey plays it ahead, and here comes McKegarty. His pass was intended for Heisey, who didn't take the lane that was intended, he thought, and it comes back out to center. Here's Bennett Kelly re-entering the zone down the right. He's trying to drive in around Pickford, poke check, and now here's Schaefer Gordon Carroll on the left wall. Harvey checks it away from him, plays it ahead for McKegarty now. McKegarty on the left side wall. He'll dump it down low. Harvey's after it behind the net. Harvey in the right side corner, put to the wall by Pickford, who's been on for a long time here. Shoveled off of Harvey's stick, but Krips is able to battle for it now. Here's Cunningham. He's checked to the wall in his own zone by Harvey again. Cunningham trying to chip it out, and he finds its way over the head of Krips. He'll back up to his own blue line. He'll send it right side for Kelly, left side for Krips. Krips looks ahead, and he'll spin it off the left wall out to center. It comes to Harvey. Pickford and Wu still on here. It's sent ahead. Here's Korkish now. Korkish with speed down the left side. Played it between the legs of Pickford and went behind the net. And still with control as Korkish circles the zone. Right side Rudolph towards the goal. Sticked away by Switzer. Rebound to the left point. Christensen sends it to the left corner. Oiring couldn't get it away from Wu. Now Davidson plays it behind the net. And now here's Breeze Gallop. Finds Pickford. Oiring takes it away from him. Back to the right point. Rudolph a shot. That one's tipped wide here on a good one-timer attempt. And one of the Tigers, it's Breeze Gallop, doesn't have a stick. Puck knocked out to center. Breeze Gallop's going back to the bench here as Rudolph plays it off a stick into Tiger territory. But Wu gets control, gains the red line, and dumps it in. Pickford and Wu will finally get their change here after being on for probably a minute 30 as Davidson knocks down Rudolph, and they'll battle for it in the Raiders zone. Rudolph able to chop it up the left side. Korkish now with control. He finds Doobie. Doobie gets it off the left wall out to center, but the Tigers gain it at the red line. Cousins dumps it in. Rudolph slows it down for his goaltender to settle. Now Rudolph off the left wall out to center. Oiring, nice give and go play with Korkish, and they're out the left side to center. Oiring stops up just inside the attacking zone. He'll send it below the goal line. Doobie trying to cut away from Yuhanen, who pins him to the wall. Doobie had it knocked away, and it comes up to the left side dasher. Parr will chip it around Rudolph, and now there's a race for it between Cousins and Evan Smith. Cousins wins the race. He's going to drive the goal. He's knocked down by Smith here. I want to take a look at the replay. The Raiders are going to the penalty kill for the third time tonight. Play stopped and a face-off coming inside of the Raiders zone. Third penalty kill of the game, but they have the 1-0 lead, and they've got control of the draw. Ben Harvey will clear it down the ice. Forces Switzer to glove it down, who leaves it to the left side of his crease. Tigers have their 5 big guns on. Raiders have Heisey, Harvey, Christensen, and Rudolph as Pickford skates to the middle of the Raider blue line. Sets it right side for Liam Ruck. Forced back to Pickford, and Heisey's going to chop it off his stick back into Tiger territory. Switzer out of his net, almost played it to Heisey, who then goes to the bench. Jonas Wu will bring it out to center. Raiders put out Harvey and Coots now. Harvey still on from that initial penalty kill as Wu is checked to the wall by Mann. Loose puck picked up by Harvey, and he'll clear it down the ice. And well, there goes a tired Bryce Pickford to the bench.
Such a smart play by Harvey to recognize the only open ice he had to get it all the way down the ice. Good kill there so far.
Basha brings it over the middle of the blue line, right side for Liam Ruck. He'll play it to the middle, poked away by Korkish for a moment, but the Tigers maintain possession. Here's Basha. Back to the right point for Liam Ruck. Looked like Korkish was about to get away from a breakaway, but the Tigers able to hold on to the zone. Here's Basha in the middle. Right side, one-timer from Yuhanen. Pardon me, Väisänen. That's stopped by Orsulak. Play stopped, 1:06 gone in this Westview steering and break penalty kill.
Yeah, Väisänen, the one who came onto the ice for Pickford and just ripped that one-timer, trying to beat Orsulak 5-hole, but Orsulak gets over in time to absorb that one, and there's no rebound. And surprisingly here, Nick, we see the Tigers make a wholesale line change on the power play. 54 seconds to go. We'll see Väisänen, Stengram, Van Mulligan, Davidson, and Brizgalov, the second power play unit out for the Tigers.
Face off left side of Orsulak. Here is Davidson takes the draw against Oiring. Oiring wins it with some help from Barrett, who takes it behind his net, sends it right side for McKegarty, and he'll send it down the length of the ice. Väisänen's after it in his own zone. Switzer gives it to him. Väisänen around out the left side. He'll skate out to center with it over the red line and into Raider territory as he sends it right for Davidson. Davidson sends it right side for Stangram now. Stangram on the right wall, into the middle for Brizgalov. They'll swap spots. Brizgalov on the right wall. Down low for Väisänen now. Väisänen going back to the point with it. He'll give it to Stangram in the middle. He'll fire, scores! Tigers are on the board. It's a power play goal from Kate Stangram. I believe this one went through clean. I don't think it was tipped. And 16 minutes, 7 seconds in, the Tigers are on the board.
Yeah, lots of moving pieces there. Lots of Tigers moving around, creating traffic in front of the net. It comes to Stengram, who's at the point. Väisänen switched spots with him. And it's just a shot with 3 bodies in front of Orszlak and just 1 Tiger in front, but he's got 2 Raiders in there as well, most notably Barrett, who's standing right in front of him. And Stengram just rips that through traffic. And glove side, the only spot Stengram had a lane, finds the back of the net, and 3:53 to go. It's a tie game.
Tigers win the draw at center. Cripps has control at the red line, though, and he'll quickly flip it back in for the Raiders. Tigers back in their own zone for it. It's Riley Steen. He'll send it behind his net, left side for Muhanen. Muhanen tried to clear the zone, but it's held in by Cripps at the right point. He gets poke checked out to center, and he'll battle with Parr and get it loose for Bennett Kelly. Kelly back in his own zone on the left side. He'll send it right side for Cripps. Cripps up the right side, finds Severson. Nice spin move off the wall. He might have a lane in. Severson finds a trailing Sarkinov. A great pad save there by Switzer. Rebound by Coots, sent towards the goal. That one bounces away, and now Muhanen tries to clear it on the right side again, and it gets by Cripps. It took a funny hop off the stanchion. Bennett Kelly settles it at center. Sarkinov brings it back in, but he's offside. Play stopped, 3:14 left to go in the second. A good answering shift from the Raiders, but they can't find one on goal. Switzer makes a great save. Carroll. Tigers get control. Here's Van Mulligan. Sends it ahead. Gordon Carroll tips it in from the Raider blue line. Rudolph's after it behind his net. He'll leave it in the right side corner for Heisey. He'll send it around right side. Harvey's chuck to the wall. Gets it out to center, though. McKegarty couldn't get a handle on it, and the Tigers dump it back in. Around left side, here's Rudolph in his own zone. Rudolph plays it off the left wall, looking for McKegarty. It gets by him. Van Mulligan ahead. Now there's a one-timer from Brizgalov. That one misses wide, and Davidson has control behind the net. And it's knocked off his stick, and Heisey skates out the right side. Pass ahead for McKegarty, who settles it for Harvey over center. Harvey over the left side as McKegarty and Heisey go into the goal. He'll look for Heisey on the back door, but he couldn't get a stick on it, and it comes back to Harvey on the right wall. He'll send it to the left point for Mann now. Mann to the middle for Barrett. Barrett trying to skate to the middle. He'll fire a shot. Brizgalov got a stick in the lane to block it wide, and now comes loose to the right wall for Harvey. Harvey up the right side for Smith. Smith back to Harvey. Harvey working along into the corner, finds McKegarty. McKegarty going back to the point, swap spots with Barrett driving low. Barrett around behind the net, wraparound attempt. Switzer almost had that one. Squeaked through, and now Harvey has the rebound. Harvey back to the right point, gives it to Barrett again. He'll get around on the right side. Barrett going down low again, tries to play it in front for Howe. That one is knocked away, and now here's Luke Cousins in the corner. He'll get it to Väisänen. His pass taken away by Boychuk. Back to the middle of the blue line. Mann holds it in on the right side. Raiders starting to get the cycle going. Here's Boychuk in the right side wall. Boychuk looking for a passing lane. He'll send it across to Barrett on the left side. Barrett spins towards the middle on a backhand. Now puts it in the air. It comes loose. Evan Smith a trotting tight. That's stopped by Switzer. Smith gets the rebound behind the goal now. Plays it back to the left point for Barrett. Barrett right side. One-timer from Mann. He fanned on it into the corner. And Väisänen will look for the clear. It gets by Mann down the ice. Raiders will get their change, but a group of Tigers is on the ice with 1:26 left to go in the period. On this draw, 1:26 left to go in the period in this tie game. Poiring's on the draw versus Basha. Right side of Switzer. They drop the puck. Korkish going to the front of the goal is knocked down, and the Tigers get it to the blue line, not out. Christensen holds it in. He'll battle for it against Liam Ruck, and it's dumped back in. Pickford's back for it in his own zone behind his net. He'll try and skate right as he tries to get away from Oiring. Up the right side, Liam Ruck. And now Pickford plays it loose. Comes over to Wu on the left wall as he has to skate after it. He'll backhand this one off the glass and out to center. Rudolph settles it and sends it left side for Christensen. He'll re-enter the zone down the left. Last minute of play brought to you by our friends at Mr. Mike's as Christensen has it in the corner. Now back up to the left point. He'll give it to Oiring. Oiring down the wall, finds Doobie. Doobie going down low, around behind the net, wrap around on a backhand, that's stopped. Switzer has it underneath and play stopped as Basha and Oiring are battling each other. The left wall, it comes back to the point and back into Raider territory. Christensen hustling after it. Orszlak's going to come out of his net and just play it out the left side to center. Tigers get it back in the blue line, but it's played right to Coots. Coots in through the middle now. Coots into the slot, fires a shot that's off the stick of Muhanen over the glass and out of McCann. Wins it back to Rudolph, a shot that goes just wide along the ice. McCann has the rebound. He'll play it on the wall. Severson takes away on the right side. Severson trying to battle it out of the air. Tigers get it loose for a moment, but Sievertson has it again. He'll play it to the middle. Sarkanov holds it in for a moment. Tigers get it out. Here's Parr. Out the left side into Raider territory. Tries to fire from distance. Rudolph blocks it, and Sarkanov has it in stride up the right side. He'll give it to Coots now. Coots down the right side. Fires it, stopped. Rebound. Sievertson turns and fires. That one I think got through and it stopped. Now Sievertson has it on the left wall. Back to Rudolph. 4 seconds left. He'll fire! And that's gloved down by Switzer. 2.4 left on the clock. Play stopped and a face-off coming inside the Tigers zone, and wouldn't be surprised to see if Raiders head coach Ryan McDonald argues a second or so to get added back onto that clock after the save. Versus Schaefer, Gordon, Carroll, Doobie, Oiring, Christensen, and are all in the right side, waiting for this pass to come their way. Heisey wins it back for Rudolph. He can't pull the trigger. Tigers get it out, and that'll do it for this second period. It's tied at 1. Raiders, I would say, largely outplayed the Tigers in that second period. Tigers' lone goal comes on the power play from Cade Stangrum, a shot from the point, and that is where we sit. It's tied at 1 after the first 2 periods. Opening faceoff brought to you by our friends at Big Wings. Aiden Oiring, Andrew Basha. They line up at center for the first time tonight. On the puck is down, Raiders have control. Rudolph on the right wall, plays it ahead for Doobie. He'll dump it in and force Pickford to go back for it in his own zone. He'll put a check against Korkish, and they'll battle for it in the corner. Korkish pokes it away. Doobie in front, gets a quick chance on Switzer, who denies it on the sharp angle. Puck sent to the blue line. Christensen holds it in on the left. He'll send it around behind the net. Marcus Ruck's after it. He's got Doobie and Oiring on either side. Doobie pokes it away, but lost his stick for a moment. Jonas Wu gets control. He's got Doobie all over him. And Tigers fans trying to call a penalty here, but Doobie's not going to get one. In fact, I think Doobie almost drew one there as he sends it back to left point. Christensen, a one-timer. That one stopped there by Switzer. Not a one-timer, just a regular old slap shot, I should say. Tigers play it into their own bench here. Play stopped and a face-off coming back into Tiger territory. Can comes on the ice to take the draw. Face-off right side of Switzer. Sarkanov lined up aggressive directly behind center. It's going to come to him off the draw, and Sarkanov just sent it wide. It comes back to the right point for Barrett now. Barrett plays it along the wall behind the net. Sievertson couldn't stop it as his stick was tied up. Newtons chips it off the wall, but it's held in by Mann, who pokes away from McCann as well. Tigers get control. Riley Steen brings it out the right side, and he'll dump it in from center. Barrett's in after it behind his net. Takes a hit from Parr there, and Coots hits it ahead for Sarkanov. Now back to Coots in the middle. He's poke checked to the right side wall. He'll stop and play it out to center, but the Tigers take it away. McCann now. He's poke checked by Barrett, and Barrett takes control behind his net, and then stops up directly behind. He'll bring it out the right side, looking ahead out to center. Sievertson was checked there before the puck even got to him. Stangrum's going to get control and bring it in on the attack. Here comes Stangrum up the left side. He'll fire one wide. McCann on the right side gets the rebound. Played it ahead to one of the Raiders' sticks, and it gets dumped below the goal line. Sievertson's after it on the right side. He'll send it back into his corner for Barrett. Now behind the net, left side for Mann. Into the middle, it got by Coots out to center. Sievertson steps in to try and take control. It gets poked back to Coots now. Coots brings it in down the right side. Across the ice, finds Sievertson on the left wall, driving into the corner. Sievertson stopped up at the corner, now trying to go back up the half wall. Puck knocked off his stick, it comes loose to Cunningham, but now Heisey, fresh off the bench, gets control, trying to settle the puck, and fire, he sends it just wide. And now Harvey hustling in on the left wall, can't hold it in, but he'll make a check and knocks a Tiger down. Schaefer Gordon Carroll gets control and dumps it in. Orschlak makes the stop there. Bennett Kelly gets the rebound, left side corner, and he's going to skate ahead with it now. Kelly up the left wall, finds McKegarty out to center. McKegarty had it knocked off his stick. Tigers bring it back in though, so no offside as Pickford finds Wu on the left side. Wu now skates ahead over towards the right side wall, sends it ahead for Luke Cousins, who dumps it into Raider territory. Cripps after it in his own zone. Fakes one way, goes the other way with it, finds Bennett Kelly. Now Heisey ahead for Harvey. Harvey looks ahead out to center, finds McKegarty with a great pass. McKegarty stops up on the left side now, waiting for his teammates to catch up to him. McKegarty, left side for Evan Smith, driving down low. He's poke checked along the left wall by Cousins. They'll battle for it, and Cousins gets it loose out the right side. And he'll drop it back into his own zone for Väisänen now. Väisänen sends it right side for Steen. Steen, checked to the wall by Evan Smith. Puck comes out to center. Boychuk corrals it for the Raiders and dumps it in. Smith exits the zone. Howe brings it in on the right side now. Howe forced back to the right side point, knocked off the puck here. Tigers get it loose. Here's Marcus Ruck. They'll flip it in the air. Evan Smith able to knock it down at center. Christensen gets control and dumps it in from the right. Comes around to the left for Boychuk now, who backs his way into the corner. Trying to find a centering feed, but he's checked off the puck by Steen. Tigers get control, and a pass ahead for Basha's off the mark. Now Christensen trying to beat the icing call. He will. Play stop, 3 minutes and 14 seconds in. Face-off coming in Tigers zone. Raiders still up 1-0. Prop. And it's sent to the wall, and it gets into the corner behind the net. Now Väisänen, and it comes loose out front. Doobie settles it down, quick shot, and that's stopped by Switzer. Play stopped as Doobie had that puck spurt out from below the goal line right to his backhand in the slot. Left side of Switzer. Oiring's on the draw versus McCann. Oiring wins it back, right side point for Barrett, who's got space down the right side wall. Sent it to the front, and Corkish had his stick lifted, otherwise he had a tap in, and the puck comes out to center. Doobie's the last guy back in his own zone as he backs up. His pass is disrupted by McCann, but it gets to Matches Mann. Mann goes around behind his net and out the right side. The big man from Czechia getting the wheels going as he brings it up to the left side of center. He's going to dance his way in. Fell down as he was brought it in. I thought he was tripped, and now Corkish battling for it. And the puck comes back to left wall. Oiring, good work along the wall to hold on to it. Finds Doobie now. Doobie looking for space. He'll fire. That one hits a stick and goes just high there. Corkish on the rolling screen might have blocked that as well. Corkish gets it loose and sends it right side for Barrett towards the goal. Tipped on there. Oiring and Doobie both in the area. Doobie gets the rebound around behind his net. The net, he's hooked there by Van Mulligan. No call coming, and the Tigers get it out to center. Mann knocks it down, sends it ahead for Oiring, who has to wait to go after it as he would have been offside. He's knocked down by Muhanen on the wall. Now Doobie gets control and gets the cycle going. Doobie back to the left point, plays it ahead for Corkish. Back to the left point for Doobie. He'll play one towards the goal. Now Coots blocked it and then fired a backhand that sent wide, and Coots has the rebound. Now finds a trailing Sarkinov coming in from the bench. Sarkinov fires! That's blocked by Wu, who looks to be a little favoring that right side leg. The Raiders get control at center again. They bring it in. Here's Cripps down the right side. Takes a check from Parr and finds Coots. Now here's Sarkinov. Sarkinov driving the goal, had it knocked away, and now Coots is after it in the corner against Gordon Carroll. They'll battle for it, and it gets swept away. Now Severson with a shot that's blocked. Here's Parr with control for the Tigers now. Tigers look to get it out. They chop it out to center to the Raider blue line. Cripps gets control, and he'll quickly send it ahead to his own blue line ahead for Coots. Now Sarkinov again. Raiders back in on the attack. Sarkinov with a nice pass for Severson. Drags and fires, elbowed away by Switzer. Here's Cunningham. Cleared to the left side line, and Bennett Kelly can't hold it in. He'll drop it back out to center for Cripps. Cripps up the right side wall. Severson trying to jam this one in, but Pickford steps up and takes it away, and Pickford's driving in. Pickford knocked down by Kelly, and now here's Heisey with the rebound. Heisey out the left side to center, might have a step. Heisey's going in one-on-one. Heisey cutting to the slot, now fires. Switzer the save. Rebound, Switzer's knocked down to the net as Heisey has it. Left side juice bomb. That's blocked in front by Vicinen. Puck high into the air to the blue line. Stengren gets control. He'll gain the red line and dump it in. Heisey didn't realize he had a wide open net to shoot at for a moment there as Switzer was knocked out of his crease by his own teammate, and they'll battle for it in the Raiders zone. Christensen has it around behind the net. Game still tied. He'll flip this one off the glass and out the left side to center. Tigers settle it down. Here's Steen, now Cousins, now Vicinen. Vicinen in his own zone off the left wall. Breeze Galov gets a tip on it, but Rudolph stops it on the wall. Rudolph sends it ahead. Harvey tipped it into the middle looking for Smith, taken away, and the Raiders have control at their own blue line again. Never mind, Liam Ruck plays it ahead for Basha. Now back to Liam Ruck trying to walk his way in. He'll fire, that's blocked by Harvey. The rebound picked up by Harvey. He'll send it out to center. Basha takes it away, but Harvey's still with him. Puck loose to Rudolph in his right side of center. He'll play it ahead for McKegarty, who chops it ahead. Now Evan Smith trying to find his way in. It finds its way back to McKegarty on the right wall. He'll drive below the goal line and around behind the net. Hassled by Van Mulligan. Spun around, but there's still no call. Now knocked down. And the Tigers get it out to center. Here's Marcus Ruck, right side now for Van Mulligan. He'll fire from distance. Gloved down by Orszalak. Play stopped. Raiders trying to buy a call. They're not going to get one here as Marcus Ruck knocked down at the end of the play. Play stopped here as I believe we're heading to the Smitty's Family Restaurant Media timeout. Yes, we are.
It's still a tie game right now.
Raiders have control out to center. Barrett, a nice pass out to center, finds Corkish. Now Corkish from distance sends one just wide. Doobie has a rebound on the right wall. He'll feather it to the corner for Oiring. Knocked away from Oiring, but it comes right back to Doobie. Doobie plays it behind the net. Corkish is after it on the left wall. Corkish trying to drive to left corner. Nice pass to the slot, but nobody there. It comes to Barrett on the right wall. Barrett plays it on goal. Switzer the save. There is no rebound, and play is stopped.
So the Raiders cycling the puck around.
Draw comes to Boychuk, but he's got trouble, so he'll drop it back for Matches Mann. That puck on edge, and Mann has to take it back out to center. Played ahead to the Tiger blue line, and there's a battle for it now and just in front of the Tiger bench. Tigers get control. Here's Vicinen on the right side. He'll play it right to Boychuk, and Boychuk's back in on the attack down the right side. He'll play it off a stick high in the air. Connor Howe knocked down as he catches that puck and drops it for Matches Mann, but it's going to get called a hand pass. Play stopped and a face-off coming outside of the Tigers zone.
Deflects way up in the air, and I thought Connor Howe might have got a stick on it.
Coots wins the draw at center. Back for Barrett, who chips it in. Tigers get control, though, and it's chipped back out to center. Sarkinov settles it left side for Mann now. Mann dumps this one right into the hip of Van Mulligan, and it comes out to the Raider blue line. Almost a 2-on-1 chance for the Tigers, but a good stick from Barrett sweeps it away. Barrett has control in his own zone now. Up the left side, Sarkinov couldn't settle it. Tigers get a shot from the point that goes wide from Van Mulligan. And now Severson, hard hit along the wall there, and a penalty coming to the Tigers. And Severson is slow to get up.
Oh no, he's down.
No. Severson looks like he is a little woozy here on the ice. He's down on his back. This might be a checking from behind to Yaroslav Brizgalov.
His head went hard into the board, and he is laying on his back on the ice, and Dwayne Puff Bartley quick to come out to check on him, but Jonas Sievertson has not been moving much since he took that hit.
Looks like he's still responsive, though. He went into the board's face first, though, on that hit from Brizgalov. And they're getting his gloves off here. Sievertson, I think, is done for the night for sure. By his teammates, Matches Man, Lyndon Barrett, and of course, Raiders trainer Dwayne Puff Bartley.
Easy now.
But he's back to his feet. Applause from the Tigers faithful. They just showed the replay on the screen. I only caught the tail end of it, but this is a bad hit.
He is woozy getting off the ice. Needs to be helped off, and yeah, I would expect Sievertson's night to be done with how long he was down for and the shape he looks getting off the ice. So wishing all the best to Sievertson and hope this isn't too bad.
Now they haven't put the 2 minutes on the board yet.
Or 5.
That's exactly the point I was getting to. I think that's because they might be talking about making this a 5-minute major and kicking Brizgalov out of this game. 12-11 left to go. Raiders and Tigers still tied at 1. Jeff Ingram.
So I think they called it 2 for charging was the call from Berzminski this game, and it's only going to be a 2-minute penalty.
% so far in this series. And it's the top unit out. Oiring, Heisey, Coots, Rudolph, and Cripps. Face off right side of Switzer. Tigers counter with McCann and Parr up front. Van Mulligan and Väisänen on the back end. Oiring wins it back clean to Rudolph at the left point. He'll send it to the middle for Cripps. Now right side Coots. Coots for the goal, looking for an Oiring tip, and it just missed. And Rudolph gets it back to the left point. Here's Cripps. Now right side Coots. Coots looking in towards the goal. Fakes now, fires, and that one I think went off the mask of Switzer. Over the glass and out of play. 14 seconds in, another face-off coming inside the Tigers zone, and it looks like the Ruck brothers are coming over the board.
Yeah, Oiring, you mentioned, look for that backdoor tap, and much like what he had in game 1, a power play goal in the third period, just can't find that backdoor touch as the Raiders regroup for an offensive zone draw.
Heisey on the draw this time. He wins it and picks it up himself on the right wall. Finds Cripps at the right point. Now left point Rudolph. Rudolph on the left point, back to the middle for Cripps. It hops over his stick, but he will settle it. Tries to play it up the right wall. Marcus Ruck gets a handle on it, pokes it out to center. Raiders hold on at the red line, and Rudolph will feather it ahead for Coots, who can't catch up to it. There's too many bodies in the way, and it gets poked out to center again. Cripps at the red line. He'll back up to his own blue now. Watched by Liam Ruck. He'll send it ahead for Rudolph, who's going to spin back into his own zone to get some speed. Finds Cripps at the red line. Drop back for Coots. Coots skates over the right side. Heisey plays it ahead now for Coots, who plays it behind the net and out to the left point for Oiring. Oiring had it knocked off his stick, and they'll battle for it, but he holds it in, and he'll play it down low. Väisänen's after it in the right side corner. He'll shovel it around, looking out the left side. Marcus Ruck gets a tip on it, and it's down into Raider territory.
Heisey's got to get to the wall there to keep that puck in.
Cripps gets control and goes around behind the net. He'll bring it to the middle of his own blue line. Drop back right side Rudolph. Now left side Coots. Coots enters through the blue line. Poke checked off his stick. It almost came right to Rudolph. And puck knocked high into the air over the head of Cripps and into Raider territory again. Orszalak leaves it behind his net for Oiring. Now Christensen, second unit coming on. 30 seconds left in this Raider power play, their first of the game. Christensen plays it around behind the net. Pickford gets control for the Tigers, but he's checked to the wall. Sarkinov and McKegarty working together. McKegarty trying to get this one back to the point, but it comes loose. Sarkinov plays it behind the net, and Boychuk's after it now. Boychuk on the right wall, plays it around behind the net. There's nobody at the left point, and Christensen has to hustle out to center for it. His pass for Doobie's off the mark. 8 seconds left in the Raider power play. Orszalak sends it ahead out to center. Boychuk has it on the right wall. He'll dump it in, and the Tigers have to go back for it. Here's Van Mulligan. Played ahead for Cam Parr. Brizgalov's out of the box, and he's got the control of the puck at center as he dumps it in. Barrett's in after it in his own zone. Just one shot on goal for the Raiders in that power play as Barrett goes around behind his net and out the left side. Barrett up the left side to center. Poke check by McCann. Brings it in offside. As a result, 10:04 gone in this third period. We're still tied at 1. Either team. Tigers get control. Van Mulligan chips it to the Raider blue line. Barrett quickly settles it and plays it ahead for Connor Howe on the right wing. He'll dump this one in from center as he takes a hit from Juhanen. Van Mulligan gets it loose and plays it to the wall, and there's Howe with it again. He'll take a hit from Juhanen. Played back to the point, and Barrett has to chase it back to his own blue line. Barrett on the right side wall. Plays this one out to center. Poked back in by Howe. It stays onside as a result. Schaefer Gordon Carroll trying to go to the front of the goal. Sent on, and Stangram had a chance. It's chopped down the length of the ice. And it'll be an icing call against the Raiders here as the Tigers pick it up. Riley Steen on the back check. Play stopped and a faceoff coming back into Raider territory.
And we'll see the Raiders' fourth line now matched up with the Tigers' first line. Not using his timeout. He has faith in his fourth line here. Harvey, Howe, and Smith, two 16-year-olds and a 19-year-old against two of Medicine Hat's 17-year-olds and a 20-year-old Basha.
Off the draw, it's held in by Wu. It's sent around below the goal line. Barrett battling with Liam Ruck. Basha's back there as well. The puck comes free to Marcus Ruck. Now back to left point for Wu. Wu to the middle, trying to get around Harvey, and Wu almost lost his handle on it. In fact, he had to play it down low, otherwise Harvey might have had a breakaway. Now here's Marcus Ruck, back to left point for Wu. Now into the middle for Pickford. Pickford looking for a lane. Howe puts a block on it. There's a shot from Pickford, blocked by Barrett and out to center. And Wu goes back to his own blue line as the Raiders look to finish a change here. Pickford poke checked as he tries to enter the zone. Oiring takes away out to center, and he's got Harvey and Korkish. Harvey on the right side. Looks like he lost his handle on it for a moment to the front of the goal. It comes loose to Oiring in the slot. He'll fire, and Switzer stares it down. Play stop. Great chance there as the best guy on the ice, and Pickford lost his handle on it. Oiring just couldn't join the rush, and Harvey couldn't settle it down clean. The draw versus Davidson now. One back to Doobie, who's going to skate towards the slot, send it left. Bennett Kelly a shot, and then tipped by Korkish just wide. Korkish on the right side wall, battling for it now. He'll leave it for Doobie. Doobie with some space, going to skate around behind the net, trying to get away from Davidson. Puts it to the front of the goal. Oiring looking for a tip, had his stick tied up, and Breeze Galov looks to play it out to center. He'll play it down the length of the ice. Bennett Kelly, Luke Cousins in a race. Kelly gets there first. It's an icing call. I don't think Tigers fans will like that one, but it is coming back to the Tigers zone. And a face
for Raider fans back home watching this game on Victory Plus, great to see him back out on the ice.
Well, I didn't want to make the comparison before, but I'm looking at it now that he's on the ice. This could be a Paul Kariya moment for him as Braden Coots lines up against Noah Davidson. Severson did not look like he was feeling very good when he went off the ice, and I got to look at his face. I'm very surprised to see him back here. And now Severson's battling for it in the corner, and the Tigers get control. Here's Davidson. Davidson now plays it up to the point, held in by a combination of Sarkinov and Smith, or pardon me, Kelly. Now they'll battle for it to the front of the goal, and the Tigers get it loose. Here's Weissman trying to skate out to center. Coots on the back check. Played ahead, and they'll battle for it at the blue line. Kelly battling against Davidson at his own blue line now, and Kelly's able to get it loose. In his own zone, he'll find Cripps back to Kelly on the left side, who's got lots of time and space. And he'll take it behind his net as he waits for the Tigers' forecheck to come in. He'll escape out the left side now. Here comes Bennett Kelly. Pass up the left side. Sarkinov now into the middle for Coots. Coots sends it to the right side of the blue line for Severson, who takes a check from Newtons and sends it behind the goal. There's a battle for it. Coots is looking for it. It gets back to Severson in the slot. Severson on the left point now finds Rudolph. Now right side. Christensen with space to skate in. Fire save made. It just made. Got by Sarkinov on the rebound. Puck cleared down the ice. Icing will be waved off as Heisey came off the bench a little early but couldn't play it as a result. And now Heisey gets it loose for Rudolph behind the net. And something came loose behind the net there as Rudolph has control. Rudolph plays it off the right side glass out to center. Tigers knock it down. Stangram gets knocked down by McKegarty. And the puck loose comes out to center. I'm not sure where that went. McCann dumps it back in for the Tigers. And it goes around behind the Raider goal. Rudolph after it on the right side. Chips it away from Stangram. Here's Heisey now on the right wall. Pass to the middle for McKegarty. He's over center and he'll dump it in. Here comes Ben Harvey in on the forecheck against Jonas Wu. Wu gets it loose around right side for Cunningham. Heisey pokes it away from him and they'll battle for it. Poke back to Wu. He'll send it out to center. Gordon Carroll now right side. Stangram. Stangram looking for a centering feed. He'll send it across the ice for Wu on the left side. Wu sends it down low. It's going to bounce to the front of the goal. Orschlak with a good stick there, and now Orschlak knocked down in his net there by Schaefer Gordon Carroll. Rudolph and him in a battle. And the puck comes out to the Tigers zone. Here's Pickford with it now. Pickford goes behind his net, and he'll sit and wait. Raiders finishing a change as Pickford brings it out the right side. Pass ahead for Liam Ruck now. Liam Ruck's going to sneak between the defense, but Landon Barrett with a good stick pokes it away last second. Basha tried to play it away for Liam Ruck now. Liam Ruck to the front of the goal, looking for brother Marcus, taken away. Doobie plays it ahead now. Korkish gets it out to center, and the Tigers take control of the red line. Here's Weissman now, right side Basha. Back to Weissman on the left side. Ahead for Marcus Ruck. He'll tip this one into Raider territory. Batchus Mann's back for it. Mann on the left side. Flips it on the glass. It's held in by Steen at the right point. He'll dump it right back in. Now here's Liam Ruck. Trying to get away from Mann, who just muscles him to the wall there. Puck loose behind Mann, and it comes loose to Barrett now. He'll poke it up the right side, looking for Korkish. It comes loose, and here's Doobie out the left side now. Doobie over the left side of center. He'll drive his way in down the left side before he's checked to the wall by Steen. Tigers take control of the puck in their own zone. Still tied at 1 here, 5:32 left to go in this third period. Here's Weissman over center. He'll backhand this one high in the air and almost went out of play as Cripps goes after it behind his net. Brizgalov takes it away, it bounces around the front of the goal and back into the left corner for Cripps. Cripps plays around behind his net. Bennett Kelly with some space now. He'll escape out the right side, plays it ahead. Howe knocked it into the wall, but got it ahead for Smith. Now Boychuk. Boychuk in on the left side. Drops it back for Howe, who spins backhand on the spinorama, and that's sent wide. Now here's Boychuk. Back to Howe in the middle on his wrist shot side. This time he sends it wide. Smith on the rebound. Couldn't knock it down on the wall, and it comes back to the right point. Bennett Kelly ahead for Smith. Now Boychuk trying to cut to the goal. Boychuk on goal. That's stopped bouncing around in front. Where is it? And the Tigers get control. Cousins lifts it high in the air and back out to center. Bennett Kelly quickly swings it ahead for Boychuk. Nice pass ahead for Howe walking in. Howe had his stick lifted as he tried to get the shot away from Parr. And now here's McCann below his goal line. He'll send this one high in the air out to center. Newtons knocks it down at the Raider blue line and dumps it in. Bennett Kelly's after it in the right side corner. They'll battle for it right side of the Raider goal here. As Parr's in a battle there. 2 Raiders, 2 Tigers, both below the goal line. Newtons just shoves Kelly out of the pile. It comes loose. Sievertson's in after it now against Wu. Wu dumps this one down low. Cripps fakes and goes the other way with it on the left side now. Cripps up the left side. Howe couldn't get a handle on it. Here's Pickford trying to walk in on the backhand now. Pickford wide side, and his shot goes wide. Here's Parr now. Right side wall. Coots comes in with a stick lift, but it gets back to Wu. Wu sends this one in below the goal line. It took a funny hop out front, and Sievertson gets control out to center. Now here's Coots now. Coots up the right side. He's 1-on-3 waiting for his line mates to catch up to him. He'll find Sarkinov dancing his way in now. Sarkinov to the front of the goal. Fires it, stop, rebounds loose in front. Switzer doesn't have a stick, but it skitters to him. He'll cover it up and stop play. 3:49 left to go in this third period. Raiders are running all over the Tigers right now as we head to the Smitty's Family Restaurant media timeout. It's tied at 1. Raiders out shooting the Tigers 8-2 in this period. Heisey wins the draw for Rudolph in the offensive zone. Rudolph tripped up, but there's no call coming. Tigers play it ahead. Here's Marcus Ruck trying to get it out to center with brother Liam. He'll play it ahead for Liam on the left side. Basha's going to the front of the goal. Liam tries to send it in front. Too many bodies in the way. Rudolph gets it loose for Heisey, and Heisey's out the left side now. Heisey trying to center it. It comes from Rudolph. He'll dump it in at center. Harvey's in after it now, up against Steen. Harvey wins the poke check battle, but Steen knocks it out of the air. Now there's a battle for it on the wall. Tigers get it loose. Marcus Ruck finds brother Liam. Liam Ruck flips it out to center. Rudolph knocks it down at his own blue line. Ahead for Oiring now. Oiring trying to skate in on the right side. He's going to bring it in up the right wall. Hassled by a couple Tigers, but able to get it loose for a moment. Now Harvey trying to drive into the corner with it, but he's knocked off the puck, and they'll battle for it right side. Tigers get it loose. Stangram sends it down the ice. Bennett Kelly in a race with Cunningham to get there for the icing call. He will. And face-off coming in the Tigers' zone. On the right side, Bennett Kelly, the defenseman, directly behind center on the blue line. Tie up on the draw. It comes to Doobie. He'll skate down the left side in towards the corner before he's pinned to the wall by Muhanen. And against the referee. Now it comes loose. Oiring, a one-timer save made. Rebounds loose. Doobie has in the slot. He'll fire and sends it just wide. Korkish has his stick lifted and can't get to the rebound in time. Now Cripps holds it in on the right point and back to the right wall for Doobie. Doobie backing up to the middle, fires through traffic that's blocked, and Oiring has the rebound for Cripps now. Cripps puts it towards the goal, misses wide. Cunningham's on the rebound for the Tigers, and they have it out to center. Pass to the middle for Stangram, he'll dump it in, but Bennett Kelly has it in his skates, and he'll quickly send it ahead to center. Oiring back in on the attack with Doobie. Doobie pokes it away from a Tigers defenseman down towards the goal. It's off the side of it, and now Doobie's after the rebound. One of the Raiders is in the Tigers goal here. That's Korkish. Not sure how he ended up not getting knocked down, but the puck gets sent out to center. Now Newtons is in a race. Newtons trying to find the trailing Cam Parr. Parr fires, and Newtons, I think, blocked it. Play stopped, and Orszalak will cover it up with 2:07 left to go.
I think it was Barrett that blocked that. He's down in a heap on the ice right now. Orszalak giving him a tap.
Aggressive. There's nobody on that right side wall for the Tigers as Heisey wins it back behind his net, and Orszalak's actually going to stop it, and Christensen's going to battle for it. Heisey helps get it loose for Rudolph. Off the left wall ahead for McKegarty. He's checked by Pickford, but stays with the puck. And McKegarty plays it ahead. Pickford lost his stick and went after him in the offensive zone as the Raiders are bringing it out to center. Pickford gets the wheels back on the back check here as Christensen brings it in. Now gives it to Heisey. His shot blocked along the wall, and they'll battle for it. It's McKegarty in the corner. He'll send it back to the right point for Heisey. Heisey on the right wall. Sends one wide of the goal. It's going to bounce wide. Nobody seems to want to go after that loose puck. It's Jonas Wu who picks it up. He'll send it ahead out to center for McCann, who has to reach out for it. Up the left side, Brizgalov. He'll tip this one into Raider territory, but Rudolph sends it right back the other way. Now that's close to too many men there for the Tigers as Weissman gets control of his own blue line. He'll walk up to the red line, blast it just wide. They're not sure if Orszalak got a piece of it with a blocker. Now Cousins puts it on goal, and that's a stick save from Orszalak. Christensen plays it around behind the net. Harvey's after it on the right side wall. Jammed into the middle, and here comes Sarkinov with Coots. 2-on-3 as Sarkinov works through the middle. Sarkinov trying to get away from Van Mulligan, but Liam Ruck takes it away. Liam Ruck finds Väisänen on the left side. Väisänen out to center, finds Noah Davidson. He'll dump this one in. Orszalak has it behind his net. He'll send it right side for Sievertson. Last minute of play brought to you by our friends at Mr. Mike's as Sievertson plays it out to center. Now for Coots, now Sarkinov. Sarkinov trying to drive in around Pickford on the left side. Pickford's going to force him all the way into the wall, and Sarkinov didn't have the puck for a while there. Coots gets it loose, but it's taken away by the Tigers, and they're at the center. Two Raiders collide. It might be a 4-on-3. Here's up the right side comes Wu, looking for Basha now. Basha in the corner, forced to the wall by Barrett. Basha goes down, Barrett comes with him. Man knocks a man down in the corner. And they'll battle for it, and the Raiders get away with it. Here's Coots out the left side, looks for Sarkinov. Sarkinov flips it out to center. Tigers get it to Wu. Wu plays it ahead for Liam Ruck now. He's trying to enter the zone. It's poke check, and Basha's fresh. Basha takes a hit there from Mann, but is knocked off the puck. Barrett gets control out the right side to center for Oiring. Oiring on the right side of center. Going to skate down the right side. He's got Korkish and Sievertson with him. Oiring to the middle, fires. That's stopped. Rebound, Korkish jams it wide. And now they'll battle for it. Wu has Korkish pinned to the wall. 4 seconds left in regulation. Oiring on the left side, knocked down by Schaefer Gordon Carroll, and that's going to do it. We're headed to overtime.
Wow, what a finish to this one. As I thought there should have been a penalty on Pickford as he took Sarkinov way into the boards from above the goal line without the puck. So a few times the Raiders should have a power play and nothing called out of it. Instead, we go to overtime. And boy, the Raiders heavily outplaying the Medicine Hat Tigers in that third period. I think the Tigers could call themselves lucky to force overtime in this one.
Friends of Big Wings, we're ready to drop the puck. It's overtime. Oiring wins it back cleanly. We're underway as Christensen has control. He'll play it ahead. Korkish tips it in, and the Tigers have to go back for it as Wu goes behind his net, but played it ahead a little further than maybe he wanted to. Liam Ruck has to battle along the wall with Oiring now. Pickford gets it loose, back to Liam Ruck. Liam Ruck trying to bring it out to center, but he's contested and has to battle on the wall. He'll drop it back for Basha. Basha skating in from the right now. His shot blocked by Christensen. Korkish gets the rebound, trying to bring it out to center. There's a race for it, and Pickford will pick it up in his own zone. Raiders going for a quick change here as Pickford goes around behind his net. Lost his edge for a moment, but sends it ahead for Liam Ruck. He'll play it ahead. McCann's in now. McCann fires. That one goes wide by a country mile. Here's Cam Parr. Reverse hit there on Sievertson, gets it loose, and now sent below the goal line in the Raiders zone. Väisänen into the corner. McCann pinned to the wall by Mann. They'll battle for it here. Raiders with a bit of a mismatch line on here after the change didn't finish as Parr has control. He'll spin one towards the goal. It goes wide. Now Väisänen on the right side trying to get away from Sarkinov. Väisänen goes back to the right point and forces one wide of the goal. Sievertson on the right side now trying to jam it out, but the Tigers fresh off the bench, able to hold it in. It's Steen. Now here's Newtons with a shot. That's blocked, and Christensen has it on the right side. He'll flip it high in the air out to center. It's going to drop at Van Mulligan's feet, but he kicks it into his own corner. He'll go up against Oiring now. Van Mulligan sends it around left side for Stangram. Stangram sends it back behind his net for Van Mulligan. Van Mulligan sends it ahead. Now here's Gordon Carroll out the right side to center trying to work his way in. He's knocked off the puck by Barrett now. Barrett trying to work it up the right side for McKegarty. Sent to the front of the Raider goal, and it's picked up by the Raiders. Here comes Heisey over center. Heisey had a step, but the puck knocked off his stick in the last second there. He'll battle for it in the corner. It comes loose towards the slot. Bennett Kelly picks it up. Sent to the front of the goal. McKegarty on a backhand now to the front of the goal. Looking for Harvey. McKegarty dancing his way in. It comes loose, and Cunningham's out to center. Cunningham over the right side of center. He'll dump this one in. In behind Raider territory here, Orszalak sends it left side. Barrett off the left wall looking for McKegarty out at center. It just misses his stick and out to Pickford at center. Pickford already on for his second shift with Wu. He'll give it to Wu. Wu, a pass ahead. This one's tipped in by Cousins. Now Barrett's after it in his own zone. Over 2 minutes gone in overtime already. We still have not had a shot yet. Here's a chance for Bryzgalov. Now back to the right point. Wu, left side Pickford. He'll fire. That's blocked, and Pickford has the rebound. A backhand on from distance. That one's stopped by Orszalak too. Wu sends it to the goal. Cousins with a sharp angle tip that stopped. And now Davidson has it swatted off his stick, but it's going to come back to Pickford at the left point. Pickford from distance. His shot blocked and now brought out to center by Coots, but couldn't hold on to it. Wu has control, but he's poke checked by Harvey. Coots is after it on the right side. Bryzgalov's going to beat him to it in the corner. Now sent behind the Tiger goal. Here's Pickford at the end of a long shift here. He'll send it ahead. Cousins had it poke check from him at his own blue line. Christensen tries to settle it down at the red, but the Tigers take it away. Davidson trying to go to the front of the goal, and he's checked towards the goal. Orsolak knocked away from the puck there for a moment, but the Raiders get control. It's poked out to center. Here comes Oiring up the right side with Sarkinov. Has a man in chase as Oiring slows up, waiting for the play to develop. Now fires one towards the goal. That's stopped, and Switzer has the save. There is no rebound.
Well, we go exactly Farr, McCann, and Newton's the forwards on the ice for the Tigers, and Steen and Bison in the two defensemen.
Face off left side of Switzer in the Tigers zone. Face off one to Christensen, a juice bomb goes wide, rebound on the other side, and Oiring has it on the right wall. Back to the point, Rudolph a shot, that's stopped. How is that not interference? Korkish is bullied over in front of the goal. It comes to Rudolph now. Rudolph fires and sends it just wide. Tigers get it ahead out to center now. And it's into Raider territory. Christensen's after it in his own zone. He'll send it ahead. Korkish tips this one in. Back in Tiger territory. Weissman checked off the puck. Steen gets control now. Steen sends it ahead. McCann flips it in the air. Doobie trying to knock it down. And the Tigers will turn it over. Oiring sends it ahead. Now here's Rudolph at root center. Rudolph skating in on the right side. He'll fire. That's blocked. The rebound comes to Doobie at the left point. Now Doobie driving this one down into the corner. It gets taken away by the Tigers. Here's McCann now. McCann sends it ahead. Liam Ruck has control. Here's Matches Mann at his own blue line, stealing it now. And here's Steen with it. Now sent ahead out to center. Here's Liam Ruck up the right side. Ruck plays it ahead. Mann takes it away. Now here's Smith. Smith trying to work it ahead for Howe. Basha takes it away. Now Basha fires from distance. That's gloved away by Orsolak. Rebound, they score. Tigers will take a 2-1 lead in this series. I don't know who put it in.
That is
Criminal.
gut-wrenching for the Prince Albert Raiders. Dominates so much of that game in regulation, and just a fortunate bounce in front for the Tigers, as I think it's Liam Ruck that puts this one home. As there was a deflection in front on the shot through. Orsolak just can't get over to his right post in time, as it's Liam Ruck that puts this one through and into the back of the net. And that is just heartbreaking for the Prince Albert Raiders to play as well as they did for 60 plus minutes. And the Medicine Hat Tigers, we can safely say, escape Game 3 with a 2-1 overtime win.
With that, we'll go to break. When we come back, a recap of this game. We'll hear from one of the Raiders coaching staff and more coming.
Tigers goal! His second for the playoffs, scoring number 12, Liam Ruck! Number 30, Mika Orsolak.